day 14 of my 7th annual SLAP challenge. SLAP, S-L-A-P, stands for squats, lunges, abs, and push-ups. We are doing at least 40 squats, at least 40 lunges, at least 40 reps of an ab exercise, and at least 40 push-ups a day every single day, except Sundays for 40 days. And this is day 14, but that does not mean that it is too late to join the challenge. It is never too late to join the challenge. Of course, you don't have to join the challenge just to do this workout with me today, so there are timestamps in the description box down below the video. If you would prefer to just skip straight ahead to the workout, you can of course use the chapter markers to go ahead and do that. But if you would like to hear a little bit about what the challenge is, how it works, where to begin, and if you would like to see the exercises that we're doing today briefly demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. So there is a playlist for this challenge that contains all of the workouts in chronological order. I will link the playlist up here in the iCard. It will also be linked in the description box down below the video, and I will link it again at the very end of the video just to make sure that you cannot miss it. So click on the link in the iCard and then save the playlist. Even if you're undecided whether or not you want to participate in the challenge at this point, just save the playlist so that when and if you decide you want to participate in the challenge, you have all the workouts readily available to you. Now, you can jump in today and start on day 15 if you want, that's fine. Remember that if you are doing this challenge, then it's your challenge, so you do it in whatever way works for you. It is designed as a 40-day challenge, but if you want to just do days 15 through 40 with me, I would much rather have you join me for days 15 through 40 than no days of the challenge. So that is one option, but if you do want to start the challenge on day 1, then just make sure that you start with your day 1 workout on a Wednesday. The challenge is designed to start on a Wednesday. But as long as you start with your day 1 workout on a Wednesday, then all you have to do is just follow along with the playlist and everything will fall into place. I have made it super easy to follow along. Now, if you are an absolute beginner, you may think that you can't do this challenge, but you can do this challenge. There is a separate playlist for this challenge for absolute beginners because last year, that was my 6th year in a row doing this challenge. Last year when I did this challenge, I went out of my way to make sure that each and every workout, days 1 through 40, would be absolutely accessible and doable for day 1 beginners. So if you are an absolute beginner, if you are in terrible shape, you've never done a workout before in your life, and you think you can't do 160 reps, you think you can't do squats, you think you can't do push-ups, you think you can't do a 40-day fitness challenge, yes you can. Here's what I would like you to do if you are an absolute beginner. I'm going to link last year's beginner playlist up here in the iCard. It will also be linked in the description box down below the video, and I will link it again at the very end of the video. So again, click on the link in the iCard, save the playlist, and then just start by watching that day 1 video. You don't have to join the challenge yet. You don't have to commit to anything just yet. All I'm asking you to do for right now is click on the link in the iCard, save the playlist, and watch the day 1 video. That's it. After you have watched that day 1 video, all of your questions about the challenge should have been answered. You are going to learn in that video about the origins of the challenge, why I started doing this challenge back in 2020, what we're looking to accomplish with this challenge. You'll learn that there's a physical component to this challenge as well as a mental health component to this challenge. So you'll learn all about Brutus, who he is, why we are slapping him across the face every day with these squats, lunges, abs, and push-ups. You will learn how you can participate in the challenge in your way. And you will learn if you think you can't do squats or you think you can't do push-ups, you will learn that yes, you can, because I provided tons of beginner modifications that I promise you can do. So again, once you have watched that day 1 video, if you decide you want to join the challenge, you have all of the workouts readily available to you. Just start with your day 1 workout on a Wednesday, and from there, just follow along with the playlist. Everything will fall into place. It is super easy to follow along, and you will have me there with you doing the workouts with you every single day, and I will also be here to answer your questions. I am here to guide you through the challenge. I am here to support you and provide encouragement if that's what you need. So even if you're following along with last year's playlist, you can still ask me questions and I will answer them today, okay? So if you are super duper advanced, then the workouts we're doing this year might not be especially challenging for you, but if you follow along with the playlist that I made in year 5 of the challenge, those workouts were much more challenging. They were generally a lot longer. We were usually doing more than just those 160 reps. So we were doing at least 40 squats, at least 40 lunges, at least 40 reps of abs, and at least 40 push-ups. But a lot of times we were doing more than that. We were also doing more challenging variations of those 4 exercises. We were frequently adding weight to the workouts. I was also incorporating about 20 minutes or so of moderate paced cardio right into the majority of those workouts. And we weren't always just doing squats, lunges, abs, and push-ups. Frequently, we were doing other exercises in addition to those. So if you are super strong and you have a lot of stamina and you have a little bit of extra time to dedicate to your workouts each day, and you would like to incorporate cardio along with the strength training, you own a few basic pieces of fitness equipment, then the year 5 playlist is going to be perfect for you. So again, I will link that playlist up here in the iCard. It will also be linked in the description box down below the video, and it will be linked on the end screen. So all 3 playlists are linked in the iCard. All 3 playlists, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, are linked in the description box down below the video. And all 3 playlists, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, will be linked at the very end of the video. So especially if you are advanced, I recommend saving all 3 playlists, because that way on any given day of the challenge, you'll have 3 options. You'll have a beginner option, an intermediate option, and an advanced option. So maybe you're in great shape and you're capable of doing the long, tough year workout from year 5, but maybe you're just pressed for time that day, or you're feeling a little sore, your energy levels are low, you're traveling, you don't have access to equipment, then you can check out what we're doing this year, or you can do the beginner workout from last year. Those workouts, if you're advanced, pretty much every workout that we did last year, you will be able to finish it in about 10 minutes or less, somewhere in that neighborhood. Certainly not more than 15 minutes, but plus or minus about 10 minutes. So if you're super pressed for time, or you're traveling or something, or if you have like a long cardio session planned for that day, or you're taking a long hike or a bike ride or something, then those workouts we did last year for year 6 are perfect. So it's really good to have options. Maybe you're not an absolute beginner, maybe you're following along with the intermediate playlist, but what we're doing today isn't quite challenging you enough, and you just got some dumbbells and you want to use them, and you just bought a new jump rope and you want to incorporate cardio into the workout. You can always check out what we did in year 5, and it's probably going to be a very similar workout, but just with weight added and cardio added, and just a little bit more difficulty. Or if you're more of an intermediate level, but what we're doing today is maybe just a little bit too advanced for you, then you can always check out the workout from the corresponding day last year. And that workout is going to probably be very similar, but scaled back a little bit, maybe fewer reps, no added weight, maybe slightly easier variations of the exercises. So it's really good to just save all 3 playlists, and then you can kind of bounce around between all 3 of them and just choose whatever workout works for you on any given day. So you don't have to necessarily go in order. The workouts are labeled days 1 through day 40, and that's how I do the challenge every year. I make a new workout every single day and share it with you, but you don't necessarily have to do the day 20 workout on day 20. If it's day 20 and you open up YouTube and you look at the workout I shared that day and you're not feeling it, then you can check out what we did last year for day 20, or you can check out what we did in year 5 for day 20, or you can just do any other workout off of any of the three playlists. If there was a workout earlier in the challenge that you really loved, then you can go back and revisit that one. And it doesn't really even have to be any of these workouts from these playlists. It doesn't even have to be one of my workouts. Any workout that happens to contain at least 40 squats, at least 40 lunges, at least 40 reps of an ab exercise, and at least 40 push-ups will work. So any workout you find on YouTube that happens to meet those requirements, do that workout and you will have met your requirement to participate in the challenge. Or you can write your own workout, Or you don't even have to incorporate your reps into a structured workout if you don't want to, or if you don't have time, or if it's too difficult to do all of your reps at once. You could get up in the morning and first thing do 10 squats, 10 lunges, 10 reps of any ab exercise you want, and 10 push-ups. It can be any variations of those 4 exercises that you want. And then you could just repeat that 3 more times throughout the course of your day. So you could do it again after lunch, you can do it again after you get home, and once more before bed. And there's your 160 reps. So as long as you're getting those 160 reps done every day, that is literally the only requirement to participate in the challenge. So any way you want to get those reps done is fine. And the same thing goes if you like the workout we're doing today and you want to follow along with this workout, but there's just one exercise that you don't like or you can't do. Say you don't like the ab exercise we're doing today, or it's too tough, or there was another one you just saw on YouTube and it looked cool and you want to try it. It doesn't matter. While I'm doing my ab exercise, you can be doing a different ab exercise, but you can still follow along with the video. So this workout or this challenge is just really easy to customize to accommodate your time constraints or to accommodate your current fitness level or your access to equipment. It's so easy to just swap out one variation for another if you want to follow along with a video, and it's just so flexible. So there's so many different ways to participate in the challenge, but ultimately, as long as you're just doing at least 40 squats, at least 40 lunges, at least 40 reps of abs, and at least 40 push-ups a day, you have met your requirement to participate in the challenge. You really don't have to overthink it. I want this challenge to be really approachable and really doable and really practical. So any way you want to get your reps done is fine, but that's enough about the challenge for today. If there's anything I glossed over, anything that's unclear, if you're having trouble accessing any of the playlists, then I'm here to answer questions. So please ask questions if you have them. But that's all I'm going to say about the challenge for today. So let's go ahead and get into the exercises that we are doing for today's workout. So I'm going to assume that if you are following along with this workout that you are not a complete beginner. I'm going to assume that you're at more of an intermediate level and you do not need as much instruction with regard to proper form, how to do your squats correctly, making sure your back is flat, making sure the weight is in your heels, how to do your lunges correctly, making sure that your knee is at a 90-degree angle and your knee is tracking over your heel and not your toes, how to do your push-ups correctly with your body in one perfectly straight line and your head in line with your spine. I'm going to assume that you pretty much know all that. So if you are an absolute beginner, please remember that if you need more instruction, you have last year's playlist and you have last year's day 14 workout that you can follow along with. Now, generally, the workouts are really similar, but last year's day 14 workout is a little bit different than what we're doing today, but it's a great workout. There was no jumping, it was completely no impact, and I was taking it at a nice slow pace because it just so happens on day 14 of last year, I was not feeling well and I didn't really have any energy, but I wanted to get my reps done. So we did something that was very low key, very slow paced, and very approachable for beginners. So if you're an absolute beginner, I'm going to recommend that you follow along with last year's day 14 workout. It's somewhat similar to this one, but not quite. And if you follow along with the day 14 video from last year, you'll receive a lot more instruction with regard to how to do the exercises with the correct form. So if you are staying with me now and you're doing this day 14 workout with me, then I'm going to assume again that you're at more of an intermediate level and you don't need as much instruction, so I'm not going to go into as much detail about how to do the exercises with the correct form. So I'm doing mini squat pulses plus a squat jump. So it's kind of 2 different squat variations combined into one exercise. Remember, you can do any squat variation you want, but if you want to follow along with what I'm doing today, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to do 3 mini squat pulses. So I'm going to squat and pulse, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to squat down and jump up, and that's 1 rep, okay? So make sure, again, that your shoulders are back and down. Make sure your chest is lifted high. Keep your back flat. Keep the weight in your heels as you come down into your squat. So I like to think about actually hinging at the hips. Push your booty back, back stays flat, weight stays in the heel as you come down into your squat, and then you're just going to pulse. So you're going to come up like halfway and pulse. 1, 2, 3, and then after 3 pulses, you're going to squat down and jump up. If you need to eliminate the jump up, that's fine. You can just stand, or you can do a calf raise, come up onto your heels, so you can pulse, 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 calf raise, lifting and lowering the heels with control, or you can just stand and reach, whatever's going to work for you. But that is my squat variation. Last year we were just doing mini squat pulses. So no standing, no calf raises, no jump. We were just pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So if you would prefer to do that, that's fine. That's what we did last year. And in year 5, we were doing the same exercise, but I was squeezing my oogie ball in between my knees. So I was adding weight, and we were also increasing the reps. We were doing double the amount of squats. So there you go. There's always ways to take each individual exercise and make it a little bit easier. There's always ways to take each individual exercise and add difficulty. You can add weight, you can add a jump, you can double the reps. So that's kind of the idea with this challenge, is that you just modify and customize each workout and each individual exercise, even to accommodate your current level of fitness, to accommodate any time constraints you may have. So if you're in a hurry today, then you can just do these mini squat pulses. They'll go by super fast, and you've met your requirement to participate in the challenge, okay? So again, if you're the one doing it, it's your challenge. Make whatever changes and modifications you need to make it work for you. But that is my squat variation. Now for lunges, we are doing something very similar. We are going to be doing side jump lunges plus a jump up, a side lunge jump up, which sounds like all of the same thing. So here's what I'm talking about. Starting in your side lunge position. So all I'm doing is stepping one foot out to the side, and then this foot that's still right underneath my hip is my standing leg. I'm pushing my booty back. All of my weight is in my standing heel, the leg that's bent, and then the other leg is extended out to the side. This is my starting position. So I like to reach down and tap the ground here, but you don't have to tap the ground. It's more important to keep your back flat. So in order to tap the ground, if you have to round your back to get there, don't worry about tapping the ground. Tuck those shoulder blades into the back pockets. Keep your chest lifted nice and high. Push the booty back. Elongate your spine so that your back stays flat and all of the weight stays in this heel of your bent leg, your standing leg. And then if you can reach down and tap the ground while keeping your back flat, great, do that. If not, you can reach down and tap your knee or your calf, okay, that's fine. But from there, you're just going to jump and switch the position of your feet. So I'm going to bring this outside foot in, and as I do that, I'm going to jump up and jump this inside foot out to the side. And again, I'm keeping my back flat, keeping the weight in my heel as I come down and tap the ground in front of me. That's one rep. We're going to do 3 of those. So that's 1. Now jump and switch the position of the feet again to return to this side. That's 2. And now one more time. Jump and switch the position of the feet. That's 3. So now we're in a side lunge position on the opposite side. From here, I'm going to take this straight leg, bring it up, drive the knee up in front of me and jump up. And then put the foot back and return to my lunge position. So now I am, again, and I have my leg towards the opposite wall from where I started. That's 1 rep. So now I'm going to do the same thing, 3 side jump lunges. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to take this straight leg, drive the knee up and jump, and then place the foot back down. All right, and that's my 2nd rep. So let's put a couple more reps together so you can see the flow of it. So now I'm here, I'm gonna do 3 side jump lunges. 1, 2, 3, and now a side lunge jump up. Jump up, drive the knee up, and then place the foot back down so that I'm back in my side lunge position. 1, 2, 3, jump. Back to my starting position. All right, so, sorry about the gardeners. They'll be gone in a couple minutes. So that's my lunge variation. Again, if that's too much for you, if it's going to take too long, you can just do side lunges, okay? Side jump lunges, rather. So you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And just do 40 of those, that's fine. So again, any side lunge variation, doesn't even have to be side lunges, any lunge variation at all. Forward lunges, reverse lunges, dragon lunges, curtsy lunges, doesn't matter. As long as you're getting your 40 lunges done, it can be any lunge variation you want, but that's what I'm doing. 3 side jump lunges plus a side lunge jump up. All right, so moving on to abs. So I'm basically just doing bicycles today. So I think everyone pretty much knows how to do bicycles. Hands clasped behind the head, and then I'm going to lift my ankles up off of the ground, and I'm going to lift my shoulder blades up off the mat, and then I'm just going to crunch one knee in towards my chest, and as I do that, I'm twisting my body thoracically, bringing opposite elbow to knee, and then as that leg straightens, the other leg bends, crunching the opposite knee in towards my chest, twisting my body thoracically, bringing opposite elbow to knee. So crunch and twist, crunch and twist. So after I do 3 of those, I'm going to be adding a single leg toe touch. So you're seeing a pattern developing with these exercises, right? So for our squats, we did 3 pulses and then a jump up. For our lunges, we did 3 side jump lunges and then a jump up. For abs, we're doing 3 bicycles and then a leg up, single leg raise, okay? So I'm going to crunch 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to take this leg that's straight, lift it up, and as I do that, I'm tapping the toes with the hands on the opposite side. Then the leg goes back down, hand goes back behind the head, and then we pick it up here. 1, 2, 3. Now lift the straight leg, tap the toes with the hands on the opposite side, lower the leg, and pick it up here. 1, 2, 3, leg left. 1, 2, 3, and leg lift. So again, if that's too many reps, if it's too confusing, you lack coordination, you're pressed for time, you can just do bicycles. It'll go by much, much faster. Or you can just do single leg toe touches. Or remember, you can do any ab exercise you want. So any sit-up variation, any crunch variation will work. But if you need something shorter, simpler, you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just do 40 of those, and that is absolutely fine. So that is abs. Last but not least is push-ups. So you're doing 1, 2, 3 push-ups. It's basically 3 strict mountain climbers plus a push-up. So again, any push-up variation you want to do is fine. Just make sure that your head is in line with your spine and make sure that you are keeping your body in one perfectly straight line. But I'm going to be doing basically 3 what I call strict mountain climbers, and then I'm going to be doing a push-up. So what that means is that from my plank pose, I'm going to take 1 foot and step it forward towards the hand on the same side. And then I'm going to jump and switch the position of my feet 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing my push-up from this position. Okay, and then I'm going to keep going, switching the position of my feet 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So now we're on the other side. And I'll do my push-up with this foot forward. 1, 2, 3, push-up. 1, 2, 3, push-up. All right, so again, those take like a little bit longer than certain other push-up variations. So if you're pressed for time, eliminate the mountain climbers. You can do standard push-ups. You can do any push-up variation you want from your toes or from your knees. Doesn't matter. Just mind your form. Make sure your body stays in one straight line the entire time. But that's it. And that is all 4 exercises. Now here's the format. Super simple. So we are going in order. When I say that, all I mean is that with our circuit, we are spelling the word slap. So we're starting with squats, then we're moving on to lunges, then abs, then push-ups, SLAP, that's the circuit. So we're doing 20 reps of each exercise, and then we're just going to do the circuit twice, and that's our 160 reps. So hopefully that is all clear. Please remember that I do always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video. And of course, I'm going to do the entire workout right along with you. So watch me do it, read the instructions. But then of course, as always, if anything is unclear with the format and how everything fits together, how you can make changes to accommodate your current fitness level and modify the exercises if you are pressed for time today. If you have questions about any of these exercises or any doubts at all about how to do these exercises with the correct form, or if you need help with beginner modifications, I'm always here to help. So please ask questions if you have them. And I also want to remind you, especially if you are going to be working out along with the video, to please make sure that you are going at your own pace and mind your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed. So yes, we're doing these reps for time, and I usually set a time goal and I time myself, and we want to finish the reps as quickly as possible, but we want to finish the reps as quickly as possible with good form. So if you're really strong and you're in great shape and you are going to be faster than I am, that's great, as long as you're not losing anything off of your form to get there. What I don't want is I don't want you racing to stay ahead of me, either because you're competing with me and you want to beat my score, or because you have set a really ambitious time goal that you're chasing. If you start racing through the workout and your form begins to get sloppy, that means you need to sacrifice your time goal and slow down. Same thing, if you are slower than I am, that is also wonderful, as long as you got your little booty dressed and you got out here and you are doing the reps with me, okay? If you are putting in the work, that is what matters. Please do not race to keep up with me. If you are slower than I am, be slower than I am. If you're racing to keep up with me and your form starts to get sloppy, you need to slow down. If you fall behind, either just because you're working at a slower pace than I am, or because you are needing longer rest breaks than what I'm taking, or you're needing rest breaks where I'm not taking them, that's fine. Pause the video. I'm not going anywhere. Come back when you're ready, and we will finish the workout together. I do want you to challenge yourself to keep the rest breaks as short as you can, but they should be as long as you need. You should only resume the workout once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina so that you can continue with good form. So it's always going to be safer and more effective to slow down and do the reps with excellent form than it is to rush through and allow your form to get sloppy. So only resume the workout once you feel that you are capable of continuing with good form. Please just be smart, be safe, make sure that you are going at your own pace, listen to your body, work to your own level. So that means that if it gets too difficult to do the variations of these exercises that I'm doing, simplify them, because we're actually kind of tacking on a lot more reps today. We're only doing 160 reps of these exercises, but each exercise has hidden reps in there. So like each squat that we're doing today is technically 4 squats, because we're doing a squat jump, but we're also doing 3 mini squats. Each lunge is technically 4 lunges, because we're doing that lunge with a jump, but then in between we're doing 3 side jump lunges. Same thing with our abs. We're doing 1 leg lift, but we're also, each rep also contains 3 bicycles. So everything's kind of 4 reps in one. And with our push-ups, each rep is just 1 push-up, but we're also including 3 mountain climbers. So by the time you finish your push-ups for the day, you will have completed 40 push-ups, but in addition to those 40 push-ups, you will also have completed 120 mountain climbers. So if that's too many reps for you, then simplify. Just do mini squats, or just do squat jumps. Don't combine them. Just do side lunge jump ups, or just do side jump lunges. Don't combine them. Do just bicycles or just single leg lifts. Don't combine them. Simplify your push-up variation so that you're not adding anything to it. So just make sure that you're working to your own level, okay? Shorten up your range of motion if necessary. Rest as needed. Again, please just be smart. Be safe, listen to your body, and make the decision that is best for you. And just do your best. Please remember that your best is always good enough, so let your best be good enough. Hopefully I have covered everything. I feel like I've been talking for a really long time. So if you're ready to go ahead and begin this workout, you will not need any exercise equipment whatsoever, but you will be more comfortable with something soft beneath you for our ab exercise, or if you do push-ups from your knees. So an exercise mat or a yoga mat is ideal if you have one. If you don't have a mat, a towel should probably suffice. If you're working out on a carpeted floor or on grass, you may not need anything. But make sure you have something soft beneath you for our ab exercise, and if you do push-ups from your knees, pause the video, go get dressed, meet me right back here. We're going to start with a quick little 5-minute warm-up, and then we'll get right into this day 15 workout. So as soon as you're ready, let's get started with our 5-minute warm-up. You're going to begin by just allowing your head to fall towards one shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Make sure that your arm is completely relaxed. You're not pulling your ear down towards your shoulder. You're just allowing gravity to do all the work of gently stretching the opposite side of your neck by simply using the weight of your arm. So now we're going to do the other side. Let go with your hand, allow your head to fall towards the opposite shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Make sure that your arm is completely relaxed, and make sure your shoulders are relaxed as well. They should be down, away from your ears. Next, we're going to do some head rolls. So you're going to begin by allowing your chin to fall first towards your chest, and then towards the opposite shoulder and back. And each time you roll your head from one shoulder to the other, just start feeling your head getting heavier and heavier as you allow your range of motion to increase, until finally your entire torso is just kind of spilling in front of you. Your arms are nice and loose like a rag doll. Next, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So you can roll your shoulders towards the back or towards the front, it doesn't matter. You just want to make sure that you're exploring your full range of motion here. So make the circles as big as you can, kind of exaggerating the movement. Next, we're doing arm circles. So you're going to extend your arms straight out to the sides and start by making small circles with your arms, either towards the back or towards the front, it doesn't matter. But gradually, as the interval progresses, you're going to start making your circles bigger and bigger, until finally you're making the circles as big as you can. Really explore your full range of motion here. Now, step your feet out wide so that they're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bend the knees and sweep your arms in front of you. And as you straighten your legs, you're reaching up as high as you can. Each time you bend your knees, allow your range of motion to increase, sinking deeper and deeper into that squat. Now keep your feet planted right where they are. They should be wider than shoulder width apart. So you're going to lunge side to side, nice and easy. And now add the arms. So now with each lunge, you're reaching your arm across your body, waking up your shoulders. It's like you're trying to throw your arm across the room. Now step the feet in. We're going to march in place. So you can start with your knees low, but gradually as the interval progresses, you're going to start driving your knees up higher and higher towards your chest, until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you can. Really get them up there. Feel a nice little stretch in your glutes. Now we're just going to jog in place. So again, you're going to start with your knees low, but as the interval progresses, you'll start driving your knees up higher and higher towards your chest, until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you possibly can. One more jogging interval. Next, we're going to do booty kicks. So now with each step, you're just bringing your foot behind you. Really try to kick yourself in the booty with your heels. For this next one, if you struggle with support or with balance, you can hold onto the wall or a chair for support. If not, hands on the hips is fine. Transfer your weight into one foot. Pick up the other foot and just swing the leg front and back. Nice and loose, just waking up those hip flexors. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you'll put this foot down, transfer your weight, pick up the opposite foot, swing the leg front and back. You can start low, and then as the interval progresses, if it feels comfortable, you can start expanding your range of motion, swinging that leg higher and higher. Now, put this foot down, transfer your weight, pick up the opposite foot, extend the leg out in front of you, and then bring the leg around and behind, making a semicircle. Each time you make that semicircle with your leg, You're lifting the leg higher and higher, and we'll finish with 2 hip circles. So drive the knee up in front of you towards your chest. Use your hand to guide it around. Other leg, extend the opposite leg out in front. Bring the leg around and behind. And each time you make that little semicircle, you're lifting your leg higher and higher, and we'll finish with 2 hip circles. So drive the knee up towards your chest. Use your hand to guide it around. We'll finish with a hamstring stretch. So if you want to use the wall or a chair or the arm of your couch to assist you, that's fine. But feet are wide apart, and you're going to hinge at the hips. So keep your back as flat as you can as you come into this stretch. That's going to help you to isolate your hamstrings more effectively. That's it, that's our 5 minutes. I always like to spend a few extra seconds in this stretch, but you don't have to if you don't want to. All right, that's it. That's our little 5+ minute warm up. So starting with squats, I am doing 3 mini squat pulses plus 1 squat jump, and that's 1 rep. You do any squat variation you want, 20 reps. As soon as you're ready, here we go. I'm starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So for my squat variation, we're going to squat and then pulse. 1, 2, 3. Now squat and jump. That's 1 rep. We're doing 20 of those. So squat, pulse, 2, 3, and jump. That's 2. We're going to 20. Do your best. It's 15 for me. It's only 20 reps, but again, we're sneaking in extra reps with those little mini pulses. So I know it's a lot. Just 5 more. That's 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Nice job, those are super tough. Lunge variation is also super tough, so remember, if it's too much, sneaking in all these little reps, you can just do side jump lunges. Be much easier, go by much faster. I'm going to be doing 3 side jump lunges plus a jump up as 1 rep. So you make the decision that is best for you. All right, let's see if my quads can do even one of these right now. If you need a longer rest break, remember you can pause the video, come back when you're ready. Starting in your side lunge position. So now you're going to jump and switch the position of your feet 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and then from here you're going to jump up. So driving this knee up in front of you. As you jump up, then place the foot back down and return to your side lunge position. That's 1 rep. We're going to do that 19 more times. So do your best. Starting here in your side lunge position, 3 side jump lunges, 1, 2, 3, and now jump up and drive the knee up. So that's 2. 1, 2, 3, and jump. That's 3, lunge, 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 jump. That's 4. So you know what we're doing now? I'm gonna zip it. I have to do that 16 more times, and they're tough. So I'm gonna conserve some energy. So picking up my count at 4. More. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Okay, moving on to abs. So, in keeping with the theme, my ab exercise is going to be a 3 + 1 type of deal. So 3 bicycles plus 1 single leg toe touch. So coming down onto your back on the mat, hands clasped behind you, extend both legs straight. Now you're going to lift your ankles up off the mat, lift your shoulder blades up off the mat, and do 3 bicycles. So crunch one knee in, twist your body thoracically, bringing opposite elbow to knee, and then switch the legs, twist the other way. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now lift and lower your straight leg with control, tapping the toes with the hand on the opposite side. That's 1 rep. So now from here, you're gonna do 3 bicycles, 1, 2, 3. Now single leg toe touch. That's 2. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Lift and lower the leg. That's 3. We're going to 20, do your best. For me. You guys know I can't get through a set of abs without tears. 8 more. finishing out the circuit with our push-ups. You're gonna get squished. You're gonna move. Wrong way, go the other way. I don't want to squish you. Those cute little spiders. Wants to dive underneath my mat and then it's gonna get squished. All right, 1, 2, 3 push-ups. So it's 3 strict mountain climbers plus 1 push-up. 20 reps. Do your best. So, bring 1 foot forward. Now switch the position of your feet 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and a push-up from this position. That's 1 rep. Mountain climber, mountain climber, mountain climber, push-up. That's 2. 18 more, do your best. All right, that's 20. That's once through the circuit. Now we just have to repeat everything one more time. I don't think I'll finish in under 20 minutes, but now that I've talked us through one round, I'm gonna try to talk a lot less this time so I can conserve some energy, hopefully pick up the pace a little bit in round 2, and just keep it as close to 20 minutes as I can. But obviously the second time through the circuit is going to be harder. Fatigue is starting to set in. So just do your best. If you need a longer rest break so that you can towel off, get a sip of water if you want your heart rate to come down a little bit. If you want your breathing to normalize a little more before beginning round 2, pause the video, come back when you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and start on round 2. So another 20 squats. Any squat variation you want to do is fine. I'm doing 3 pulses, 1, 2, 3, plus a squat and a jump. 4 more. That's 20. I know it's all those sneaky little extra reps in there that makes it so hard. But squats are done. So as soon as you're ready, let's move on to lunges. 3 side jump lunges plus 1 jump up is 1 rep. We're doing 20. Just 4 more. You're ready. 20 more reps of abs. My poor little weakling abs. They're like, sis, can we move on to push-ups, please? 16 more. But think of it as 4 of a thing instead of 16 of a thing. Psychologically, it makes it easier. All right. 17. 18. 2 more. 19. Last one. It's 20. Oh, holy cannoli. All right. Abs are done. 21 reps left to go. I'm going to do one more set of 1, 2, 3 push-ups. And then our bonus burpee. And then we're done. So, as soon as you're ready, 20 push-ups. That's 20. So that took me 22 minutes and 26 seconds. So I think I actually did manage to pick up the pace just a little bit in that second round. But I'm good with that. I didn't set a specific time goal before beginning the workout, but that was a really tough little workout and I was working really hard. I was pushing myself today, so I'm more than happy with that. My official score is 22:26, so if you timed yourself and you feel comfortable doing so and you would like to share your score, please feel free to comment with your score. We are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. This is our final rep of the day. All right, with that, the workout is now officially complete. The bonus burpee is a really important part of this challenge. Please don't ever skip your bonus burpee. It's the exclamation point at the end of the challenge. It's a little celebration that we got our reps done today and a little pat on the back that we found the motivation to stick with the challenge for another day. And it's that final slap across Brutus's face that is going to shut him up for the rest of the day. So please make sure that you are doing your bonus burpee with me every single day after the workout. It's really important. It is mandatory. It is part of the challenge. It is part of the workout. The workout is not complete until you have done it. But our bonus burpee is done. So let's go ahead and just do a quick cool down together. You just want to keep moving for a few minutes after the workout while you allow your heart rate to come down a little bit and while you allow your breathing to normalize. So you can see I'm just kind of pacing back and forth. You can shake out the legs. Let's do a quick shoulder stretch, bringing one arm across your body and using your other arm to pull it in close to your chest. Make sure that your straight arm is completely relaxed and make sure your shoulder is completely relaxed. If your shoulder is tense and hunched up by your ear, you're not going to be able to stretch it effectively, and this is a really nice stretch. It feels good. So relax the arm, relax the shoulder. You can see I'm just kind of shifting my weight from foot to foot. You want to keep moving while we're doing these stretches and keep focusing on slowing down your breathing. So you do that by feeling your diaphragm being pulled down as you inhale. Allow your rib cage to physically expand and visualize filling up your entire torso with air. Breathe all the way down to your belly button and then use your diaphragm to control the air as you exhale. So let's get the other shoulder, bringing the opposite arm across your body, using your other arm to pull it in close to your chest, making sure your straight arm is completely relaxed. Relax the shoulders as well. Keep moving. Again, I'm just kind of shifting my weight from foot to foot. You can shake out the legs, you can pace around, whatever feels good to you. Just keep moving and keep focusing on your breathing. So let's take one more nice deep breath here. Allow your rib cage to expand. Feel your diaphragm being pulled down as you inhale, breathing all the way down to your belly button. Filling up your entire torso with air, and then using your diaphragm to control the air as you exhale. Shake it out. Let's do a tricep stretch. So bending one elbow, place your hand on the elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder, making sure that the fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. You want to avoid having your free hand hanging out up here somewhere by your shoulder. So point those fingers straight down at the ground as you gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. This stretch feels really, really good in your triceps. If you're out of shape with push-ups like I am, you need this stretch. All right, let's take one more nice deep breath here. So one more time, inhale, breathing all the way down to your belly button. Control the exhale, shake it out. Let's get the other side. So bending the opposite elbow, place your hand on the elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. Feel that nice stretch in your tricep. Keep moving. Shake out the legs, pace. Shift your weight from foot to foot. Just keep moving and keep focusing on your breathing. So let's take one more nice deep breath here. Breathe all the way down to your belly button. Nice, slow, controlled exhale. Oh, this stretch feels so good. Sometimes I just don't want to come out of it. All right, shake it out. We're going to finish with a quad stretch. So if you struggle with balance, you can hold on to the wall or a chair, the arm of your couch, any other type of strong, sturdy, stable, elevated surface for support. Dining room table, kitchen counter. Bend one knee, bring the foot behind you. Now reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with the hand that's on the same side if you are holding on to something for support. If you're not holding on to anything for support, you can reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands. Now press your heel into your booty cheek. Really press it in there. And as you're doing that, I want you to tilt your pelvis forward. So think about tucking your booty underneath you and trying to touch your spine with your belly button. As soon as you combine both of those two elements, you should instantly feel that stretch intensify in your quad muscles as you isolate them more effectively. But I also want you to feel that stretch extend all the way up to your hip flexors. So make sure as you're tilting your pelvis forward that you're continuing to really press your heel into your booty cheek. Come out, let's get the other leg. So bend your opposite knee. Bring the foot behind you, reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with the hand that's on the same side if you're holding on to something for support. If you are not holding on to anything for support, you can reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands. Press your heel into your booty cheek, and as you're doing that, keep pressing. Tilt your pelvis forward, tuck that booty underneath you, suck your belly button all the way back towards your spine. Feel that stretch. Intensifying your quad muscles. Feel the stretch extend all the way up to your hip flexors. So keep pressing your heel into your booty cheek. Keep mindfully tilting your pelvis forward and keep breathing. Let's take one more nice deep breath here. Breathing all the way down to your belly button, filling up your entire torso with air. Use your diaphragm for a nice, slow, controlled exhale and come out. And one last time, shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the arms, swing the arms a little bit. And that's it. That's our little cool down. So now I'm going to move right on to cardio. I have Rebecca here with me today. Rebecca is my adorable black jump rope with these cute little white skulls on the handles. If you would like to know where I get my jump ropes, there's a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link and use coupon code Rebecca to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. I am going to set my interval timer for 10-second rest intervals and 20-second work intervals times 40 rounds. That's 20 minutes. I'm going to get some music going and I'm going to get my cardio done. 20 minutes of interval jump rope. Then I'm going to do my stretching and then I can have a shower, eat some lunch, and get on with the rest of my day. The additional cardio is not mandatory. It is not technically part of the challenge. I'm sharing this with you because every year when I do this challenge, this is how I do it. After every single workout, I tack on 20 to 30 minutes or more of moderate paced cardio. 9 times out of 10, that's 20 minutes of interval jump rope. But every once in a while, I might decide to go for a jog. If it's really nice out and I have more time, maybe I'll do a nice long hike. But anything you want to do for cardio is fine. So you could take a jog or a bike ride, or if you have an exercise bike or a treadmill, you could hop on one of those for 20 to 30 minutes or more. An elliptical, Stairmaster, you could work on your heavy bag for 20 or 30 minutes. You could do up and down the steps if you have stairs in your home or your apartment complex. Or if you took your workout to the beach or the park or the hiking trail today, you could do a hike, or you could do up and down the steps for 20, 30 minutes or more. If you have access to the field at your local high school, you could jog around the track, you could do up and down the bleachers, or you could do something fun like a fitness class or meet a friend in the park to play some tennis or some basketball. It doesn't matter what you do for cardio, but 20 to 30 minutes of moderate paced cardio. You can do more if you want, but 20 to 30 minutes after every workout is ideal, but I know not everyone has the time to do that. 2 to 3 times a week though, if you are using this challenge to try to get yourself in shape, if you are looking to build stamina, or if you want to lose weight, finding at least 2 or 3 days a week after the workout to tack on 20 to 30 minutes or more of additional moderate paced cardio is really going to go a long way towards helping you to accelerate that process. You'll start to see results faster, and that's really encouraging. The sooner you start to see the results of your hard work, the easier it is to find the motivation every day to get up and get out here and get the reps done and stick with the challenge. So you don't have to do the additional cardio after every single workout, and you don't have to do it after any of the workouts. It is not officially part of the challenge, but it's strongly recommended that you find at least 2 to 3 days a week to do at least 20 to 30 minutes of moderate paced cardio after the workout. So once more, the additional cardio, it's how I do the challenge every year. So I'm sharing it with you, but it is not required. It is not mandatory. It is not technically officially part of the challenge, but it is strongly recommended. Also, incredibly strongly recommended is that you take at least 20 to 30 minutes every single day to stretch. So right now, immediately after the workout, or if you're adding on cardio, immediately after your cardio is going to be the most efficient and the most effective time to get your stretching done, because your muscles are already nice and warm from the workout. But if you don't have time to do your stretching now, that's fine. It doesn't matter what time of day you get your stretching done as long as you do it. It's really important to take a good 20 to 30 minutes every single day to stretch, because it is going to go a long way towards helping to alleviate any muscle soreness that you might be experiencing after the workouts. And if daily exercise is something that's new to you, it's likely that you are experiencing muscle soreness. So taking the time to stretch every day is going to help lessen that and makes it easier to stick with the challenge. Taking the time to stretch every day is also going to reduce your risk of injury, which is also incredibly important if you are doing this challenge, because a big part of the reason why we're doing this challenge is to establish a habit of daily exercise, and you do that through consistent effort. That's why we're working out 6 days in a row every single week. Every week, Monday through Saturday, we're doing a workout. So if you injure yourself, then you're going to have to miss a few days while you allow your body to recover. And that means that all that momentum that you've been working so hard to build is going to come to a screeching halt. And it's going to make it really difficult to establish that habit of daily exercise, because you're not able to be consistent if you're getting injured and having to miss days while you recover. And also, of course, taking the time to stretch every day is going to improve your flexibility. So if you are doing these 160 reps with me every day to build your strength, and you're doing 20 to 30 minutes of additional cardio with me every day, or at least 2 to 3 days a week to build your stamina, why not take the extra time to do 20 or 30 minutes of stretching every single day to improve your flexibility while you're at it? Flexibility is a very important aspect of your overall fitness level, and it can be overlooked sometimes, and I think so people tend to undervalue flexibility, but it's really important, especially as we age. And I think we're all getting older, right? We're all aging. I don't know anyone who's getting younger. So taking the time to stretch every day is going to be a really valuable asset, and it's going to make the challenge easier, and it is going to improve your mobility and your quality of life. So please make sure you're taking the time to stretch every day, but please make sure that you are doing so safely. So again, if you put off your stretching until later on in the day, that's fine. But just remember that if you do that, your muscles will have gotten cold again. So you're going to need to take a few minutes to warm them back up before you begin stretching. You never want to jump into your stretching routine with cold muscles, because your muscles need to be warm in order for them to be pliable so that you can stretch them safely and effectively. But that's it. That is officially a wrap on day 14. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did this day 14 workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who is doing the challenge with me this year. And if you're not doing the challenge with me, it's never too late to join. So you can hop in today and start on day 15. That is, or what is today? Day 14. That is fine by me. Or you can start on day 1. Remember, click on the link in the iCard, save the playlist, and when you're ready to start the challenge, make sure you start with your day 1 video on a Wednesday. As long as you do that, all you have to do is follow along with the playlist and everything will fall into place. It's super easy to follow along, and if you are doing the challenge, please let me know. I like to have an idea of how many people are doing the challenge with me this year, or each year. But even if you're not doing the challenge with me, thank you for doing this workout with me today. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me today. And even if you're not doing the workouts, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It truly does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything was unclear about the format of today's workout and how everything fits together, if you have any questions about the exercises that we were doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need help with modifications, I am always here to help. So ask questions if you have them. And if you know anyone else who might be interested in joining the challenge, please feel free to share this video with them, share the playlist with them, share any of the 3 playlists with them. The more people I have doing the challenge with me every year, the happier I am. That is going to do it for today. I will see you all right back here tomorrow for day 15. Bye.